Let's find all the missing sides and angles in this given triangle. So here we have a triangle ABC. I named this as triangle ABC because of the corners of the triangle. We have letter A, we have letter B, and we have letter C. Now, if you're going to take a look at the triangle carefully, we have 18 inches, 15 inches, and 61 degrees as our given. All right. So 18 inches is a given side measurement on the left side of the triangle. 15 inches is a given side measurement to the right part of the right triangle. And here, the 61 degrees is an angle measurement at corner C or at C, basically. Now, if you're going to observe, if we're going to take a look at the pattern from left part of the triangle to the right part of the triangle, this is actually a SSA triangle. What does SSA triangle mean? SSA triangle, basically this is in side side angle triangle. Meaning you have a given side measurement, and a given angle measurement. So, okay, this is a SSA triangle. So, what of it then? If this is a SSA triangle and your goal is to find all the missing sides and angles, then you're going to use one formula for you to solve this problem, which is law of sines, right? We are going to use this. Now, let's have a recall. When you say law of sines, you're going to use this if and only if you have number one, a triangle that is in ASA form, basically angle, side, angle form, or if it's in AAS form, basically angle, angle, side form, or SSA form, which is side, side angle, which is this triangle. All right, this is an example of SSA form. Now, what's the formula? So let's just say we have triangle ABC. All right. So here, if we have triangle ABC, let lowercase letters A, B, and C as sides and uppercase letters A, B, and C as angles. And here we are going to use these formulas. All right. So yeah, that's basically it. Now, if you're going to ask me, there are two of them. So does that imply that there is a condition for us to use this formula? Like for example, like in a certain situation or condition, which one of the formula we're going to use? So is there like a condition for it? The answer is not really. It's up to you if you want to use this formula or if you want to use this formula. It's up to you. All it matters is as long as you know how to find the missing sides or missing angles, you're good to go. All right? So it's up to you if you would use the formula above or the formula below, it's clearly up to you. As long as once again you know how to find the missing side or the missing angle with the formula that you will use. Okay? Now, okay, it is law of sine. Now, here's the thing. Okay, we have a given side, given angle. Okay, but I think we need to label the parts of the triangle. Okay, we have triangle ABC. Which of the side here is small a? Which of the side here is small c? Which of the side here is small b? You know? So we need to label the parts of this triangle. All right? So let's start first here with the given angle. So in here, we have a given angle of C, which is 61 degrees. All right. So this capital C is 61 degrees. All right? Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to find its opposite side. What do I mean by opposite side? Basically, where it is facing to, at what side it is facing to. So here we have C, right, as our vertex. As you can see, it faces to this side, right? It faces here. So here at at the side where it faces, that is your opposite side of C. So this opposite side, that will be your small c. Okay? So in other words, for you to find the sides or for you to label the sides of a triangle, it depends on its opposite angle. So just like this, for example, if we have an angle C here, then its opposite side or the side where it is facing to, which is this one, that would be its small letter C. Okay? Now, let's try here at B, right? B. So, the B here, right? It's a capital B. So, that means this is missing, okay? Our capital B is missing. So, angle B is missing. Now, if you're going to take a look where it is facing to, it faces here, right? It faces there. So, this part of the that part of a triangle, that would be your small letter B. Okay? That will be a small letter B. So that means 15 inches is small letter B. All right? And lastly, how about for your A? Right? Your A, capital A, is obviously missing. Now, let me put this down. Now, if you're going to take a look where it is facing, it actually faces at the base of the triangle. Basically the down part of the triangle. So this side here, this is small letter A. That is your small letter A. All right? So now we know our small letter B, C, and A, and capital A, B, and C. All right? So let's put the given. All right? We have the angles, 61 degrees. B and A are missing. So for the sides, small letter C is 18 inches. Small letter B is 15 inches. And lastly, small letter A is missing. Okay. So with that, we know already the parts or the label of each parts of the triangle. Now, what formula do you want to use? Do you want to use these or this one? For me, I'm going to use this one. Right? I'm going to use this. Right? So with that, I'm going to erase this and I'll be using this formula. Let me just put this down. All right? So I'll rewrite the formula. So I will have sine A all over small a is equal to sine B all over small b is equal to sine C all over small c. Okay, now here's what we're going to do. We're going to put all the given parts in this equation, like everything. Like what do we have? We're going to substitute it there. So for sine capital A, it's missing. So we're just going to leave it like this. And for small letter A, we're just going to leave it like that. Okay? Sine B, so capital B is still missing. So just leave it B. Small b here, we have it, which is 15 inches. And lastly, we have sine C. So we have capital C as 61 degrees. And C, small letter C, to be particular, is in 18 inches. Okay. Okay, so now what? Now here's the thing. Okay. Now, for us to find a side or an angle, here's what we're going to do. Okay. We're going to focus on this one. Okay. First, pick one fraction or ratio that has a given angle and a given side. Pick one fraction or ratio that has a given angle and a given side. So this one, it has a given angle, it has a given side. So we will use this, okay? Now, next is pick another fraction or ratio that it only has one given. It could be the angle is given, but the side is not given, or the side is given, but the angle is not given. So I'm going to pick this one because here the angle may not be given, but the side is given. Okay? So I pick two fractions. So what are we going to do now? We're going to equate them. So we will have sine of 61 degrees all over 18 inches is equal to sine B all over 15 inches. Okay. Now what? Next thing here is that we're going to find its missing part. So here in this part, what's the missing part here? The missing part here is capital B. So we're going to find angle B. So what are we going to do here? So here, what we're going to do is, you see this 15 inches? We can put 15 inches beside this fraction. We can do that. It's valid. So we will have 15 inches times sine of 61 degrees all over 18 inches is equal to sine B. Right? That's it. Okay, now you can multiply them together. If you're going to multiply them together, the units are canceled. So what's left is 15 times sine of 61 degrees all over 18 is equal to sine B. Okay. Now, since we're looking for B, okay, capital B, and it is in a sine function, therefore, we're going to use what? Inverse sine function. Okay? For us to find the angle B, we will use inverse sine on both sides. Okay? So we will have inverse sine of 15 sine of 61 degrees all over 18 is equal to inverse sine of sine B. All right? Right? So now, because we put inverse sine on both sides, what will happen? If you have inverse sine of sine or in opposite sine of inverse sine of B, okay, it doesn't matter which one goes first, they will be cancelled. The inverse sine and sine will be cancelled. What's left is the letter B. So with that, the answer here is we will have B as a result, which is why we use inverse sine function. And with that here, inverse sine of 15 sine of 61 degrees all over 18, we can use our calculator for us to get the answer. So I'm just gonna use my phone here. Hold on. So, hold on. Let me just open my calculator here. Scientific calculator. Okay, so inverse sine, hold on, inverse sine of 15 times sine of 61 degrees all over 18. So in two decimal places, this is approximately 46.79 degrees. So the answer for your angle B is approximately at two decimal places 46.79 degrees. Okay? So we have your B. Okay? So we can put it here, right? So we have B as approximately 46.79 degrees. Okay, and that's it. All right, that's for the B. All right, we found our B. Now, let me just put 46.79 degrees here. Okay, so now that we have our capital B, so what's the next step? Okay, Let me just erase the writings here. All right. Let me just erase the writings here. Okay. There we go. So let me just put the formula here in case. All right. Now what's next? What next is that we can find angle A without the use of law of sines. All right. We can find angle A here. We can do that without the use of law of sines. The question is how? You see, this angle A, angle B, and angle C, these angles, they are what you call as the interior angles. Basically, the angles in the corner of your shapes. All right. Like, for example, if I have a square, all right. So the angles at the corners here, these are your, these corners, all right. These are your interior angles. Okay. So here's the thing about the interior angles of the triangle. If you're going to add all of the interior angles, it would sum up to 180 degrees. Basically, the sum of all interior angles or SIA is basically 180 degrees. So that means if you're going to add angle A, angle C, and angle B, the answer would be 180 degrees. We can use this equation for us to find the angle A. So angle A here is missing, but angle C and B are given. So for angle C is 61 degrees, plus angle B is 46.79 degrees. And with that, we can now find our angle A. So let's combine these two angles here. So 61 plus 46, sorry. Wait. 46.79. In here, you will get 107.79. 107.79 degrees. Then, what we're going to do is we will transpose this angle to the other side for us to get our angle A. So we will have 180 degrees minus 107.79 degrees. So 180 minus 107.79, that would be exactly 72.21 degrees. It's 72.21 degrees. So that is your angle A. This is 72.21 degrees. Okay, that's it. So now everything, like every angle is now given. Now, how about angle A? This is the only missing side that we are going to find. So what are we going to do? How are we going to find them? By the way, I'm erasing the writing here. So if you want to see the solution, you can just pass backward. So, okay, how are we going to find small letter A? So here, we can go back to this formula again. All right, we can go back to this formula again. This sine A all over small a something. All right. So here, let's put all the given here. All right. Like let's put what is capital A, what is capital B in this formula again. Okay. So here, capital A, that is what? 72.21 degrees all over small a is equal to sine capital B, that's 46.79 degrees all over small b, which is 15 inches, is equal to sine capital C, which is 61 degrees, all over 18 inches. Now, here, how are we going to find A? So, it's just the same as what we did earlier. First, pick one fraction that has a given side and a given angle. Pick. Pick any. So, you can either pick this one because it has an angle and a side, or this one. It's up to you. Okay? For me, I would rather pick this one. All right? For me, I have trust issues when it comes to decimal. So I would rather pick this one. Okay? Then next, you're going to pick this one. Okay? And after that, you're going to equate them. So we have sine of 61 degrees all over 18 inches is equal to sine of 72.21 degrees all over A. Now, if you're asking me, why pick this fraction? Because not only that it has a given angle, but we're looking for the A. In fact, in this fraction, only one is missing, which is good. Because if both sides are, if both are missing, meaning the angle and the sides are missing, you will not able to find the missing side and the angle here. All right? Which is why if you're going to equate one fraction that has a complete side and an angle, basically side and angle are given, make sure that you're going to equate it to a fraction that only one that has only one given, which is either a given angle but there's no given side, or there's a given side but there's no given angle. So that basically explain the situation right here. All right? Or you know what? Bottom line, all right? We're going to equate this complete fraction to this one, to this one basically, for us to find the side A. The end. All right? Enough explanation. All right? So now let's find our A. So what we can do here is cross multiplication. All right? A times sine of 61 degrees. So A times 61, sine of 61 degrees. 18 times sine of 72.21 degrees. You will get 18 inches times sine of 72.21 degrees. Then, let's find our A here by dividing both sides by 61 degrees. Sine of 61 degrees. So here you will have A as 18 inches times sine of 72.21 degrees all over sine of 61 degrees. So let's use our calculator. All right. So we have 18 times sine of 72.21. Wait, am I right? Yeah. Okay. All over sine of 61 degrees. So this is approximately at two decimal places 19.6 inches. And that is our A, small letter A to be particular, 19.6 inches. That is our uh, answer for small letter A. Okay, we're good to go now. All right, that's it. That is the answer for this problem.